I want to use the chat first of all to build the content, and then I'll go to the work, right? I'll move to the work session, and then I'll develop the material. I don't want to use Canva for now. Let's just focus entirely on ChatGPT for now, so it will be easier for us to follow through even while watching the recording. So I'll go ahead and I'll paste what I have right away inside the chat. I've pasted it. So now if you read, so that you can as well be creative with your own prompts. So anytime you're writing a prompt on ChatGPT, you have to assign it a role. A role must be assigned to it. All right. Then you can even make examples. Okay, create a keynote speech just like TED, just like Apple Notes. You can just give examples of the kind of things you want him to create for you, like the kind of role you are assigning to him, not him, Abi. You are assigning to the two, basically. So I have you are an experienced curriculum designer, instructional presentation expert, blah blah blah. Create a complete slide by slide outline and content for a classroom presentation based on the details below. So let's use a topic. I prefer using a topic that so I can't think about anything again aside photosynthesis because I've seen that already on the this thing. Anybody give us any topic that you teach in your school, any topic you want us to use, can you just type on the chat? I'll pick one person's own and then we'll build on that. So let's work on energy. Now the topic is energy. Subject should be science, basically. Science is where we should have energy, radioactivity. I think I have more of science people in the house. Energy, radioactivity. When I won't blow the entire place. All right. So now I have let's use Nigerian curriculum. I think the radioactivity and energy they still have something in common when you talk about your nuclear energy and the rest of them. A very beautiful field actually. So now which class should do energy? The person that said energy, which class should do energy? Which class are you looking at giving the energy? JSS2. Number of slides. Less. How many slides do you need? Can we make it 15? Should I make the choice for you? How many slides? Okay, I should make the choice for you. 15. All right. Now, the duration of the class should be 60 minutes. They should be able to listen for 60 minutes. Now, if you don't want to stress yourself in terms of the learning objective, but I think you should know your objective. All right. Don't use GPT to get objective. You should know what you want the students to learn based on the syllabus you have in your school. So, but then let's just tell it to just do that for us. Um, just generate for me, okay? Then you check whether the students is there anything they know before now. You can type it in. They know this. You know, especially if you are teaching one person, like one-on-one class. All right. So let's make it simple and visual for young learners. You know, very fast. You can add any other thing you want to add right here. That's why I said is about the quality of your prompt. The more detailed the prompt is, the better the output is going to look like, or the output will be. So just take time to give a very quality prompt, and then that guy will deliver completely. I promise you. He's going to deliver like never before. He will deliver. He certainly will deliver. All right. So that said, let me type in the next. English should be simple English, the kind I'm speaking now. Very simple one. All right. Um, yeah, very simple English. Um, then, is there any special request we need to make? Yes. The special request we need to make, let it include those local and regional examples for students in Nigeria, right? So let's make sure that the examples is going to use will be for students here in Nigeria, and it will be easier for them. Include local and regional examples for students in Nigeria. All right. So for students in Nigeria. All right. So the instructions should be there as well. Instructions, overview, topic grade, then produce. I don't think there's anything I'm editing here again. You can read through because I think I lack the patience now. So I'll just hit. It gives me the outline, and then we'll take it off from there entirely. Anything you want to do whatsoever, just give a detailed prompt, and you can even you can use the AI to prompt AI. You can. I want to be so and so. Give me a prompt I can use, as if you are giving it to someone another tool altogether. Like I can tell GPT now, give me a prompt I can use to build so and so slide that I will give to. You can mention another tool. But then you still come back to it, create a new chart and send that particular prompt it gave to you to it. Does it make sense? Like you can use this guy to also prompt it, like based on what you want to do. It gives you a detailed prompt and you still come back to it again. Or you can go back to another tool and make use of that. I'm going to show that example as well. So I'm sending the prompt right away. Let it give me something, and then we'll move over to the work version and get our slides ready. So while the thing is loading, I don't know. We said we should bring food to the class today. I don't know whether I think it's time to just get the food ready. We'll just be eating while GPT is preparing the output for us. I don't know if anybody tried to do that for us. Nobody. Okay, that's not fair. That's not fair. Okay, we'll have 14 slides, and I'm copying everything now. I want to copy suggested homework. Okay, let me leave the suggested homework. Let's take the homework basically. So I want to copy it now. I've copied the slide, the content. Now I will still come back to this lesson outline. I'm already there, but then let me switch to the work section of OpenAI. Made that available, and I think it makes a lot of sense basically. So I'll click on that fellowship again, the icon of the Sysmo fellowship. It shows me for chat and it shows me for work. So I'll click on work now. So you a lot of things for these guys, but let's just focus on what we want to do. So I'll click on this. Now we have the content. Now I will copy the next one that tells it to turn that to create the slide. Right. I want to open that particular what do you call it? The prompt. So there's a prompt and I want to copy the prompt now. All right. So let me copy. So I'm copying the prompt now. Sorry, I'm not showing my screen where I'm copying it from, but then I just have a prompt as well. I'll paste it here. So now create a slide. No need of putting the number again. The other one gives it a slide presentation titled energy. All right. Titled energy. Sorry. For sciences. All right. For sciences designed for JSS1 students. JSS1 students following the what do you guys call that our Nigeria curriculum again? NE what again? When I'm ready. NERODC, right? I don't know if it's correct though. Educators in the house, help me now. Okay, thank you. So now look at the last thing. It says here is the full prompt to use. All right. So I'm going to delete everything here and then paste that the content I had before from that guy. So but because I left it to copy another thing, so let me go back again to pull it forward. All right. So I think I should hit here and then I can delete a few things. So let me copy from here. Great job. So let's now move back again. All right. A fellowship. So pasting the full content right here. Yeah, the lesson overview, everything I've pasted. So I'll hit the button now and then let it get to work. But like I said, I'm making emphasis on you reading yourself. Let the content come from you. Then let the visuals come from GPT. I repeat again, let the content, I will not advocate you going to lift this content this way. I repeat, I won't, I'm not saying you should just go there and get the content directly from it. Please plan the work yourself. Let the examples contain the names of your students. Let it contain things you know they love because GPT doesn't know all of those things. It just gives you the content so that the visuals will now be produced by ChatGPT, not the content itself. I believe so much the content should come from you, from what you've read about energy, from what you've studied about energy, and from what you know already about energy. Sketch on paper and the rest of them and let it now be the guy to produce the visuals for you. So now I will hit the send button now. So I should go to the work version so that it produces exactly what we need. All right, so let's go and let's wait for it. I think it was how many slides did I get? I think 14 slide, right? I think I chose 14. Who can remember, please? Don't know the way I forget things these days. Yeah, I think it was for 15 slides. So let me type that in there so that it gives me exactly 15 slides. Okay, thank you. All right. Create a 15 slide presentation. So let's hit the button now. And when once you hit the button, just allow it to do its stuff. All right. So why it is doing that, you can just be doing another thing by the side, maybe. But me, I think the guy is using French for me. Don't worry. I think because of the person that did this before, someone that's one thing about having a group account. Someone might have done something with French and told the guy use, and then you can see what is happening. So, but then I will include that in the prompt later on. It should be in English. So, why it is processing is important to be doing something by the side. Maybe for me, I would think I would prefer to have something eaten while waiting for it to process, so that I can think better and have enough energy to edit whatever it gives to me. So let's wait for it to process. Yeah. So allow it to do everything, process whatever thing it wants to process. On the side, you can also decide to now go to Canva. So why this guy is doing this way, let's now look at how to use Canva to create the same presentation. All right. So why this guy is processing, I want to log into Canva. Um, yes. So let me share this tab now. I want to go to Canva. So I'll just search Canva on Google, then click on it. I will share my screen for Canva shortly. So while that guy is processing whatever thing is processing, I will click on share this tab instead. And I'm now sharing my screen. So let's see what happens as GPT is processing its own. Let's see what this guy has in stock for us. So let's click on the Canva AI. What will I do now? Let me just paste that content from GPT, and then I will now get the slide, the creating of the slide now from the prompt I had earlier. It should be on top. All right. So let me get that one immediately and paste as well. Then I'll paste right here. So let's see the button. But before then, look at this place. There are some things you have under here. The first guy asks you the first will ask you, what do you want to do? I want to design. So I will click on design. This is exactly what I want to do. Now, under design, I want to do a presentation. You even have marketing, you even have logo, anything you want to do. So let's click on presentation. Now, it will ask you the kind of audience you want to work with. So I want to work with this educational setting, not a corporate setting. Then the style of the visual you want. I think we have different, we have playful. I think for JSS1 students, it should be playful. All right. And then the length, it should be balanced 15 to 15 5 to 15 pages. All right, any kind of this thing you want, you can pick it, but I think it should be playful for kids in JSS1. So after that, let's hit the enter button, the submit button. But let's now go back to our GPT and see what that guy is doing for us at the moment. Sorry, let me share this tab. So once you click on that, it brings you to this place. This is the workspace now. This is the space where you start working on it. All right. So it's now working on whatever thing I've given. You can see that coming up. All right. Energy around us, learning objective, forms of energy, heat and light energy, and the rest of it. So, but before then, let me check our GPT and see what it has for us at the moment. All right. So it has done that already. Share this tab instead. Can you see that it has prepared our presentation for us already? It is ready. So now what will I do? Let's just click on this. You click on it so it can download. It can preview whatever thing you have so that you see what it looks like, what the slide looks like inside your GPT. All right. So you see what it has already for us. It has the energy. Energy is everywhere around us. You could see what it looks like basically. You have the learning objective. You have let's think, we have energy's ability to do work. So let me download the slide fully, and then we can compare together with what he has for what do you call it, from the other guys. Okay, so let me open up the file and share my screen as well. Then we could compare to know the one that you prefer. But I think it still boils down to the prompt. I think this prompt didn't include things about the visuals it's going to make use of. I don't think we are presenting energy. Yes. All right. Okay. So that said, you could see energy is everywhere around us. You could see the slide. So it is now your later you can use you see that these things are scattered. Like I feel that all of these guys should be inside of this circle. So with your PowerPoint, you can now arrange it better. Okay, so that's the next one. Learning objective. We'll have let us think. What happens? What helps this happen? All right. The energy is the answer. It has prepared everything for you. What is energy? Energy is blah blah blah. Forms of energy. But I don't think I like the background color. You can work on that as well. You can tell it the kind of color that my prompt was not too direct. You can specify the kind of color combination you want it to do for you, right? And like I said, use the AI to prompt the AI. Use the chatbot to prompt another chatbot, and then it delivers the work for you. Sound energy, forms of energy, renewable and non-renewable energy around Nigeria. It gives that example we prompted before. Class activity, match each item with its energy, then the summary of energy, then you have your quiz at the end, and then thank you, energy makes life possible. And that's the end of our slide. So let's edit this a bit. Now, in editing, what do I need to do? Look at how this guy is looking now. So you can click on it. When I click on it, I can just reduce a bit, just your normal skill of using your PowerPoint. Okay, so you now use your PowerPoint to arrange it to look better. So let me still reduce a bit. Yeah, so it has entered inside that circle. So you just look through and see the kind of things you have. Check whether this color is what you like. If you don't, you can work around it. You can click on it, edit anyone you want to edit. All right, slide 3. Step 3. Is there anything you don't like here? I don't like how this thing, I can space it. Yeah, there should be space here. So you review your work, and then before you deliver. Okay, so let's go back to that other guy and see what the guy is doing for us at the moment. So I'll now hit on generate presentation now. The guy is done. So let's hit on generate presentation, and he's working on it already. I would have done that before moving to ChatGPT. So now we are looking at how to create with Canva from the same prompt that we had with GPT. So you've seen it's possible to do that on ChatGPT, get the content from there, do the design from there, and it's also possible to just get it from ChatGPT and come over to Canva to produce it. There are a lot of tools out there. You have OneNote also has that option to generate slides. Okay, let's look at what our Canva has for us now. Energy around us. So let me present. If you want to present, you can just click on this place. If you want to present the slide right here on Canva, you click on present, then you can go ahead and present. So it is done with creating the project or the presentation. So head on to present. So when you click on present, it goes on full screen. You could see that your presentation is now off on full screen. So what's the next thing I could do now? I can now navigate through. There's a button there, and there's also something else they provided down here. So once you move your cursor through, you'll see something at the bottom here. You can zoom in. Can you see that at all? You can zoom in right here, or you can write on it on the slide. So when you click on that draw button, you have, is it a pen? What do you want to do with it? This is choose the color right here. This is the eraser to clean out anything you want to clean out. This is your highlighter if you want to highlight something. All right, depending on what you want to do, any of them can go. All right, so let me click the color here for this guy, and then let me click a color, let's say red, and then I could now literally write on this place. So learning objective, you could see that. Yeah, and I think I will prefer to use this cleaner as even my presentation stuff because it highlights it kind of. So learning objective number 1, number 2, number 3. What helps this happen? You have the images and the pictures. What is energy? So very fine slide we have right here. Forms of energy, heat energy, light energy, sound, electrical, chemical. Sources of energy, renewable and non-renewable. Energy around Nigeria. Why is energy important? Class activity. If you notice something, all of them gave you exactly the same thing, just different way of presenting information because they are working based on the content you give them. All right, so that's the summary, and then you have a quick quiz for those in JSS1. And thank you, energy makes life possible. The same way the other guy ended the slide, that was the same way Canva ended the slide as well. How do you download this slide? How do you download? Very important. So when you click on this share button, this is for presenting in Canva, right? You want to present using your Canva, or you want to download and then present or send it as to someone, anyhow you want to do it, or you want to save it as a PDF so that you can now write using WPS, because internet might not be stable for you to be annotating directly on Canva. It needs your internet to run. So you might prefer to just make use of download as PDF and then write on it without relying so much on the internet. So here is your download button. All right. So you hit the download button and then it pops an option. I want to download as a PDF. That's entirely fine. If you want this page only, that's fine. All the pages, the button is there. If you want to download as a PPT, it is also here to download this as PPT. You click on this, and then it downloads as a PowerPoint file. You click on download, and then it downloads the file from you. You click as PDF. You also it also downloads it for you, right? So this is how to create your presentation using your Canva. If you want to copy the contents and then paste it right here, and it does the job for you.